sometimes I feel like a lot of lyrics just bombard you, you know, and I know it sounds crazy coming from a rap artist, but I think sometimes, you know, just sometimes the thoughts just take over, you know, and then
Yes.
not necessarily anything you want to be a part of. You want to party and, you know, but I kind of like music that I can have my own thoughts to,
Yes.
you know. So that's
Beautiful.
kind of where I've been lately.
Beautiful. What's your process like making music these days? Do you make much? Not so much? How would you say?
I haven't been making much music, man. My focus is not there. My confidence is not there. Um, I tinker. I tinker a lot.
Hmm.
Um, like I'll just go to a piano and I'll set my iPhone down and just record what I'm doing,
Hmm.
move my fingers around and whatever happens. But I hadn't been motivated to do a serious project. Um, I'd like to, but it's just not coming. In my own self, I'm trying to figure out where do I sit? You know, I don't even know what I am, and maybe I'm nothing. Maybe I'm not
Yeah.
supposed to be anything. Maybe,
Yeah.
you know, my history is kind of handicapping in a way,
Yeah.
and so I'm just trying to find out what makes me feel the best right now.
Yes.
And what makes me feel the best is when I just do these random kind of instrumental kind of things. You know,
Hmm.
they make me feel the most rebellious.
Yes.
You know, I don't know. I have a really rebellious spirit. I don't like to go with the flow. Really, I don't know why,
Yes.
but I just feel best when I don't.
Yes.
You know, so I have to
I
honor that.
completely understand.
I have to honor that in a way. You know.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think so much of it isn't to be decided.
Hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't think it's to be figured out. I think it's more to be, I think you start making a lot of things with no thinking
Hmm.
of what it's supposed to be or who's it for or what anyone else is going to think, but just get in the habit of making a lot.
That's what I got to get back to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just make a lot. And then at some point in that process, you'd be like, I really like this. It did. And you didn't know, like through that whole process, you don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's not a decision you make, and it's not an intellectual idea where I have a vision and I'm going to make this thing. It doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
Rarely happens like that. It happens more just having fun,
Doing it.
making things. No, no stakes. There's nothing's on the line.
But see, that's. I'm glad you say that. It's hard to do when everything is actually. I mean, when the problem with being an artist, a successful artist,
Yes.
is you have to find a comfortable place to do that again.
Yes. But think about the
A
way,
comfortable place to feel uncomfortable is what I'm
yes,
saying.
but the way that you made the stuff that ended up being successful wasn't made from a place of feeling any responsibility.
Right, because the
There was
attention
none
wasn't there
at
just
all.
yet in a way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's kind of like you were still proving yourself, and I liken it to like if you're a kid and you're in your room, you're playing, you know, with toys, and you and you have this world going on.
Yes.
The moment when your mom opens the door and says, "Andre," that world kind of stops.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So once the attention is on that world,
Yes.
the world goes away. So you got to find a way to get back to that place to where
Yes.
you can build those worlds again and not
Yes.
have the eyes or like the judging, you know. And that's hard for me. It's really hard for me because, and I mean, you see it everywhere now. Any little thing I put out is instantly like attacked, not in a good or bad
I wouldn't
way.
say it. I wouldn't say attack, but
Well, I'm saying
yeah, it's
the attention,
noticed.
yeah,
It's
and
noticed.
people nitpick it like with fine tooth combs, like,
Yes.
oh, he said that word, you know what I
Yes.
mean, and that's not a great place to create from, you know what I
Yes.
mean, and it makes you draw back, and then maybe I don't have the confidence that I want or the
Yes.
space to experiment like I used to,
Yes.
when the stuff that people loved from back then, it was in a place.
You were free.
Yeah, you're free. You didn't give a shit. You didn't care, like, because they didn't care. They didn't even like you.
No.
You know what I mean? So it was
Exactly.
like, great. Don't like what we're doing.
Yes.
Now we can just do what we're doing.
But the same holds true now. So now you can make stuff that as long as you like it, it doesn't matter if they like it or not, because they hated you back then. It's the same. Do you know what I'm saying? The only thing that's changed is your point of view, really.
Yes. I do realize that.
Nothing else has changed. And that is within your control. You can decide to read what someone else says or give them that power, or you can say they can think what they want. And usually, here's another part of it. This is very interesting. When someone is critical of something you do, usually that's more about them than it is about you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what they see because of who they are.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, that brings to another point, because I noticed that I'm very judgmental at this point of my own self. So is that saying that I'm just in a not so great place?
Yes.
You know, yeah. And I feel that. I feel very judgmental, and I hate it. Like, I don't want to be judgmental. It's almost like being a movie director, but not being able to go to the movie theater and see movies on Friday like you used to, because you're judging every shot.
Yes.
You're judging every lighting situation. You're like, oh man, they ADR'd that one. You know, it's kind of like, how do you get away from that?
Yeah. It's almost like you know too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know too much.
And I think as you go along, just got to find a way to break free of everything you know. And that's very hard. That's very hard.
Yeah.
Even melody wise, like, I'm getting sick of my melodies.
Yeah.
Because they seem like they're tied to something that I know, so I try to just throw notes anywhere just to try.
Just have it not be what, not be regular.
Yeah. Understood. And I think that's that rebellious kind of unre spirit, that turn left spirit when everybody's going this way, because you're looking for something else.
Yes.
But it's very hard when you've been doing it for so long.
Understood.
It's very hard.
But moving forward to try to help work through this stuff, make something to where you're happy you made it. That's all. Like something you'd be happy to play for your friend. And yo, if you see
I just had a point where